Hi, this is Derek Levitt with Modative. I am a principal and co-founder of Modative. We're an architecture firm that has been around in Los Angeles since 2006, and we are here to review the proposed residential project at 511 North Flores Street, obviously in West Hollywood. It's located on Flores between Rosewood Avenue and Clinton Avenue. Here's a survey of the property. Give you an idea. The site is a double lot, roughly 80 feet in width of street frontage and 115 feet deep. The zoning is R3B, which is a multifamily medium density zone. It's about 9,200 square feet of site area. And given the R3B zoning, that allows us actually on this site to build up to 7.6 units. For this proposed project, we're only proposing 6 dwelling units. Here's a couple photos of the site area. The one at the top is the site. The site is currently vacant, not being used. And then below you see it a little bit more in the context. Here's a view going from top to bottom and left to right of the neighborhood. You can see this block in particular is essentially entirely apartment buildings, mostly of what we call like the dingbat style. They're 2 to 3 stories with tuck under parking on the ground level. So it's really a street that's primarily dominated by parking. Here, aerial photo, you can start to see, it's again on this section of Flores, it's just large apartment buildings, one after the other. And then our project site here highlighted in orange. Here we are again, you can see the massing of the buildings. So our strategy from the beginning was to try to really reduce a little bit of the massing of this block for this project and break it up a little bit more, make it more pedestrian friendly. So, if you were to follow sort of the typology or the buildings on the block, you would have a project more like this. But what we are proposing instead is to really break that up into 2 distinct volumes, really breaking up the massing on the street and as you were walking by, and then even further breaking it up. So our proposed project is townhouse style units. So we're really then even breaking it up into 6 different units. Here's the site plan. You can see along Flores Street, we're relocating the curb cut to the center, which is actually picking us up some additional parking spaces. We're proposing, again, townhouse style, where everyone has a private garage. There's 6 total units, so that's 12 parking spaces, plus an additional guest space in the rear of the project, and a handicap guest parking stall as well. So 2 guest parking spaces. And then the trash is located in the rear as well. Everyone just enters their own unit by walking outside, either on the north side or the south side of the property. Here's a first look at the project from the street. So again, you can see the massing is more broken up. And then within that, we're trying to keep a similar vocabulary between the 2 sort of distinct buildings, but also making them somewhat similar. So you can tell it's the same project, but giving it a little bit of diversity, with the building on the right having a predominantly pitched roof facing the street, and then a flatter roof on the left. The units are 3 stories plus a roof deck. A couple strategies here. We wanted plentiful landscaping in the front yard. Again, make it a little bit more pedestrian friendly than what we have on the block. With a couple trees in the front yard, as well as just a lot of planter boxes. And then also trying to bring some of the landscaping to the roof deck as well. So you can see, if you look carefully up at the top, we have some planters on the roof to bring more green space into the project. And then you can see, especially more distinguishable on the left side, we have solar canopies up on the roof decks as well. So this provides energy efficiency, and then also provide some shade for that roof deck space. So continuing, we'll take a look at the rear of the project. Again, you can see two distinct buildings with the pitched roof. You can see up onto the roof deck, you can see the solar canopies, the landscaping again. And then trying to just bring some variety to these facades too, and placing, importance on them as well. So it's not just significance on the front facade, but creating a lot of different ins and outs, articulation, even a balcony facing the rear as well. Material-wise, we're really focused on three different materials here: some white integrals color smooth stucco, some wood siding, and then the far right here is the natural concrete block of the site walls. A little bit more on project information. So we are under the allowable height of 35 feet, but have a maximum projection to the top of the stairway of 41 feet 3 inches, which is permitted by code. We're providing, as I mentioned before, 14 total parking spaces, 12 for the residences and 2 guest spaces. And then we're meeting the private open space requirements of 120 square feet per unit. Looking at the floor plans, the ground floor is predominantly private garages, but one of the units on the bottom right here you see does have a bedroom and accessible level, ADA accessible level on the ground floor. The second level varies between the units. Some of the units, this contains the living level, as in the front two. In the back 4 units, and the middle units, it contains the 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Then up to the third level, gets reversed. The front 2 units have bedrooms at this level, and the back 4, that's where their living space occurs. And then going up to the roof deck, you can see again built-in planters, the dash line representing the solar canopies for all the units, and roof plan. Elevations of all the sides. So again, the language is maintained, some wood siding, stucco, varying the windows to give some life to these various facades. And you can really see the articulation of 6 different individual units, each one having its own roof access, pitched roof area. And then in the elevation at the bottom here, you can see those are the entries to the units from the side yard. And then a few elevations of the internal courtyard. Some sections of the building. Then we have a full landscape plan. You can see here where the planting is being located throughout the site. We put as many available landscape areas as possible, both on the ground level and on the roof deck level. And here you can see the landscape palette with plants that are both water-wise, but also trying to bring some color and life to the building through the landscaping. And that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you very much.